Welcome back to Prison Architect, everybody. Welcome back to Morningwood, where last time we left off, we finished our little medical clinic-y thing. We built them a staff room, you know, we tidied up the helipad, put some grass in and stuff. It looks nice. I think it's looking good now, you know. It's seen a little bit of use. We've had a couple of prisoners ferried into these you know, particular wards and dorms and things like that, which is cool. The doctors have done some work. Some mighty fine work, I may add. Thank you very much. It does look like we've got twins for doctors, which I kind of like. You know, I like the idea that this clinic is run by a pair of twins who couldn't decide who should be in charge, so decided both of them would be in charge. But today, we're going to start by doing some house stuff. Okay, now this is what we've been waiting for. This is the important things. Okay. What we need to do is build some kind of, like, single-person accommodation, okay? Now, I don't know how much space we want to use for this, but these are the low-end houses, it's got to be said, because this is, like, it's not the poorer part of town, but it is the poorer part of town. Like, the slightly poorer part of town, anyway. So maybe we could give them a, what do you reckon, 8 by 9? 8 by 9 might work. Okay, we can see what we can do with an 8 by 9 space. Now, there's only so many things that we actually need to get into these little buildings. The other important thing to note is that they don't have, you know, gardens. Okay, that's one very important caveat about living in these houses. They don't have a garden. Okay, but what they do have is, I think we should have, like, a separate bedroom from the lounge. Okay, like this, just a tiny little bedroom. All right, we're going to leave the doorway open though. We're not going to put a door on it. So this is going to be the lounge and stuff. Then I don't know. We definitely need a toilet. That's a given. Okay. Now we can probably where should we put the toilet? What do you reckon? It's a tricky decision to make because I don't want to be wasting space. That's the thing. We could put a couple of walls there. Right, put a door there and put the toilet in here. Oh, but we do want a shower as well. Maybe we'll make this the bathroom. Okay, so this will be like our little bathroom area. We'll have a shower and a toilet in here. It's going to be pretty small. I mean, we could do similar, couldn't we? We could have. Oh, you know what? Let's do it. Let's have it like this. All right. One of these is going to be a bathroom. One of these will be the bedroom. This space down here is going to be, you know, like the living space / washing area. I guess we could give these guys like a laundry machine and stuff, and we'll put a door on the front. Okay, there's enough space to put like a couple of little decorations around each of the houses, which will be nice. But then, like, of course, we're going to have to do it slightly differently over on this side. Now, what have we got here? We've got an 8 by 9. Oh, 8 by 8. Oh my god, that is excruciating. Okay, well, you know what? These guys are going to be... Oh, we can't even do that because the walls don't quite match up properly. Oh, pain. Okay, right. Change of plan slightly here. I think we're going to have to do this building this way. See? I didn't mean to get rid of that at all. And then we're going to have to move the path over. Now, I did talk about making this a main road instead, which could be kind of cool, right? I mean, the main road is, what, 7 blocks wide? And we could bring it right up the side of the hospital instead of where it currently sits. Of course, that does slightly mess with the planning for what we're doing with the house currently. But I think we should do that, actually, honestly. I think that's probably the better way to arrange things anyway. Now, we've got this awkward gap. So you know what? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's fine that some of these houses will be a slightly different shape and a slightly different size. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's too much of a problem, personally. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to plan each of these houses individually to fill the space. All right. Now it's not. Oh god, that's the pathways tool. It's not gonna take a huge amount of time because they're all going to be fairly identical. Let's be honest. Wow, this guy gets a luxury padlock, 9 by 11. There might be a better way that we could use this space. I don't know though. I think this is fine. I'm not sure where else we should put these things. We'll definitely extend the pathway up to here. Okay. So it comes right up to the wall because that's probably the best way to do things. how big is this space? 8 by... Let's do a couple of 8 by 9s. Okay, so we can mimic what we had below. In fact, we can get 3 8 by 9s in here. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm really enjoying this, like, house planning instead of... oh, no, look, we can't necessarily do that. Where... Oh. Okay, I've managed to click through to the Windows taskbar. I'm gonna have to look out for that one. Whereabouts can we actually build? Not there. Okay, it's pretty tricky to tell because the planning tool will just let you put the planning down anywhere, unfortunately. But it looks like that's basically the closest that we can come up to. Alright, so what we might have to do then is make these houses a tiny bit bigger. You see, this is what this is all about. Alright, so we're just going to get rid of this chunk here for now. And then we'll where should we put the walls? I think there's probably a good idea, right? And then we put another one there. And then this one would be there, and then this one would be there. Is that? I think that's okay. I think that's close enough to the water side. You know, it gives the guys who have this this shared yard space over here, you know, a little bit more to look at. Oh god, that isn't right. What did I do? I took out the wrong one, didn't I? No, that's. See, I'm confusing myself now. I'm too busy thinking about like the wonderful view that those guys have and whether or not we're spoiling it. You know, like, I think it's fine. There's still a little bit of scenery going on here. Can we get some trees down in this corner, perhaps? Okay, yeah, it does look like we can get a couple more trees down. One tree down. One tree down, which is quite a nice name. Like, maybe that's what we'll call this road. You know, this can be one tree down road. I hate to think how much all these foundations are going to cost us. But you know what? Let's start putting some down. Because otherwise we're never going to be able to build these things. Like, we're going to be waiting forever for the foundations to be built. And like all of the stuff to be installed. I'm looking forward to this though, because these bigger spaces are going to provide a slightly different challenge to think about in terms of interior decorating. Which, you know, is not something that you necessarily think about when you're playing Prison Architect. It's got to be said. How much can we actually build here? I don't think we can build a huge amount here, can we? Let's have a little look. If we do the materials tool... Oh, look at that. Perfect. Okay, so we could... I think the best bet here is just put one house on the corner, honestly. Like, quite a nice deep house, okay? Like, maybe, you know, as far back as, like, this. If I don't think we can build it that big. Maybe this. Can we build up to there? Let's just double check with the materials tool. Yeah, it does look like we can build it that big, which is quite good. We could even like make it a slightly different L shape if we wanted to. But that's a few houses down there. The other thing to remember is that these are, because they're all individual properties, like it does kind of limit the population that we can actually get into the prison. Now this isn't going to work very well. This space right here, I haven't planned this properly. So what I think we might need to do... oh, look, of course we can bring this road across as well. Look, oh, this is all coming together really nicely, look. We can bring this road across, like that, okay, to connect it up. But I think what we're actually going to have to do is squeeze some houses into this space. Okay, so that's 8 by 9. We'll go for the classic 8 by 9 shape down here. This is going to look really nice as well from the inside. Like, if we do these... Oh, no! I've done them with the wrong... Oh, I've done them with the wrong foundations. Shit. Can I very quickly... Oh, I can't. Can I cancel this job? And then build that? Oh, that's annoying, yeah. Because I remember, like, when I first started the series, I said, let's build all of the prisoner houses in brick instead of concrete, because it'll just look a hell of a lot nicer, you know, to live in. If you're living in like a brick house instead of a concrete one. So I just wanted to make sure that we got that correction before all of these buildings got completed, because I would have been really disappointed if we forgot about that. But what I was about to say was that this will look really nice to the people in this bar, because you've got like a nice brick wall kind of backed up against these bushes. I don't know about you, but I've drunk in plenty of pubs where like they've got this weird like brick wall kind of industrial motif going on. I think that's kind of what we're aiming for with this restaurant bar thing that we've got going on here. You know, it's like a kind of industrial vibe, hence the benches and stuff. But anyway, let's get back to planning, because I don't want to get too distracted by chatting about that. But yeah, I tell you what I did. I did watch a movie recently, actually, which was... depends on where you're from. It's like Zootopia, Zootropolis. I can't remember. Like, one name is for one country, one name is for another country. I don't remember. Like, I think there's a European and like an American name, something like that. 7, 8. Oh, look, you see, these paths are not... They're not particularly lined up all that well at the moment. Like, what's this space here? This is only 5. We need to move this pathway up, okay? At least like 3, like that. Which does, you know what, let's just go full hog. Let's just line it up nicely, shall we? There's no point in having it weirdly misaligned, is there? And then this path over here, this one up here needs to move to this space, like this. Okay. But yeah, no, so anyway, I watched this Zootopia, Zootropolis. It was pretty good. Like, I didn't really know what to expect from it, because I actually managed to avoid, like, hearing pretty much anything about it for the longest time, which was nice, because, like, when I go to see movies, I quite like it when they're a surprise, you know? I don't like it when you know, like, everything that's going to happen, because they've shown you it all in the trailer, or you know, some BS like that. Oh, that's a shame. Like, this... Maybe, actually, you know what, let's do this. One person can have a really long, thin house, that we... Oh, no, but look, you see, we're going to have to do the same here. I don't want this place to be full of long, weird houses. I just don't... I don't think it's a good look, I'll be honest. Let's put another 3 on there. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, the main characters are pretty cool. Like, my only problem with it was I found it to be, like, really predictable. Weirdly. Like, and when I say that, I mean... the first time the mayor pops up, I was like, well, he's probably going to be doing something bad then. And, like, when the mayor was arrested and Judy worked out it was something to do with the flowers, I was like, oh, so it's probably the sheep then. And then, like, the very next scene is a sheep in a Breaking Bad style environment, like, doing something with dodgy flower-based drugs, you know. I just found it was really odd, just how predictable it kind of was, if you know what I mean. But I enjoy a good kids movie, I'll be honest. Like, that's kind of my jam. Like, not all the time. You know, it's nice to take a little break from them now and then. But I enjoy them. They're generally kind of light entertainment. Something to kind of just while away a few hours. And yeah, I think a lot of kids' movies are kind of not given the credit that they necessarily deserve. Like, so some of them are really, really well written. They're just quite smart in terms of like how they tell their stories and things like that. I don't know. I just get quite impressed by a lot of good kids movies. I really don't know what to do with this space at the moment. We've got these 2 big houses which don't quite fit with what I wanted to do, and then we've got this weird space like this. I need to get my Tetris brain on. Okay, this is the problem, right? I'm not Tetrising these shapes in properly. What I really need to do is work with this space down here. So this is 10 meters by, let's call it 10 meters by 6. Okay, so that's a weirdly shaped house like that. That's absolutely fine. I don't mind that. Then this one is going to be 10 meters by 6 as well. So we've got 2 that match. And what was this space? 14 by 8. Oh, we could just have 2 like 8 by 6s, couldn't we? I mean, there's an 8 by 6 and an 8 by 7. Oh, what am I doing? You know what? Let's just take this path out this way more. Oh, I'm so stupid. Like, I was too busy chatting away. Too busy thinking about movies, you know, stuff like that, kids' movies, and I totally forgot we can just move this path. Right? This path is not set in stone in the slightest yet. So let's do... I'm not going to take the main road down here, I don't think. Not yet, anyway. We might do. I'm not sure, but at the moment I'm thinking no. Because I like the fact that this is like a little districty area. It's a little bit kind of isolated. We can always bring the main road down like this and across. Instead, like I said, we'll have these little pockets. What's... Oh, I paused it. I was just thinking, why are all the workmen standing around? I didn't realise I paused it. Shit, let's speed it up instead. That's kind of annoying. Now, what do we want to do down here? No, don't want to plan it. Don't want the pathways tool. Let's get rid of the pathways. I think the better way to have done this would probably have been to put some buildings down and then run the path between them, right? Rather than trying to do it this way, which is absolutely fine. Like next time we will know that we need to do it that way, and we'll be able to kind of minimise the amount of time we waste planning and replanning. Let's give this guy a slightly wider house though. All right, because oh no, but you know what? This isn't. I mean, this isn't a good amount of space to give these guys down here. Maybe this top one needs to be one thinner. Okay, this one needs to be one bigger. In fact, we can make. In fact, yeah, we can just shuffle these up. We'll shuffle them up slightly. Then this one can be like 7 by 9. So how big was this? Oh, 7 by 9. That is absolutely perfect. Oh, it's so beautiful. Honestly, in fact, these ones are going to be 7 by 10 because I'm feeling generous. It made me feel so good that I am feeling that generous. We're going to do 7 by 10s. Okay. Then the pathway can come up to here instead of being up to here, which doesn't quite line up, but I don't actually mind that. I kind of like that, in fact. That's absolutely fine by me. We do have a little bit of wasted space down here, so maybe what we'll do is bring a pathway across like that. All right. In which case we can actually line it up nicely. Okay. Now we've got like a little cul-de-sac down here, which I kind of like. And what we're going to do with this space instead is we're going to get we'll do the 8 by 9s. Okay. What we might have to do here though is kind of L shape slightly, or maybe just do like. Can we do like 7 by 7s? Like really? Oh no, 7 by 6. Oh, that's no good. Let's have a little look. 14 by 7. They could have a really kind of long house, I guess. You know what? Let's do it. Let's have some long houses. Okay, we're just going to have a couple of little houses. Maybe like that. Can we? Alright, maybe these ones are going to be a slightly different setup to what we're normally used to. Okay? Now, just bear with me here, alright? This is going to be a slightly bizarre shape to fit the space. But I think it might be cool. Like, I don't know, though. We'll have to see. Like, when we come to decorate it, I'm probably going to be kicking myself that I didn't like plan these more sensibly, but I kind of like that. You know, we've got the two unusual shapes right in the middle that kind of bonds everything together. Now let's oh shit! Look, I didn't. These guys can actually come up slightly higher. Look at this. Oh shit. Okay, these guys are going to get some luxury apartments as well. Now, before we finish up today, like, I'm aware that all we've really done now is a lot of planning. Okay, but that's absolutely fine because the planning is important. If we start just slamming down foundations everywhere, like we end up having to dig them all up again. Oh, for fuck's sake! If you end up laying down the wrong foundations, like, oh no! Actually, it's just because they're dark. I don't want to bulldoze any of this stuff. Please cancel all of these jobs. All of this stuff needs to be cancelled, please. Is it cancelled? I really hope it's cancelled. Let's just check it's cancelled before I quit out of this. Yeah, it looks like it's grey. It's not. It is actually brick. They have actually done the right thing. Okay, it does look like it's been cancelled because they haven't turned up to do any of the work. But yeah, we will get the rest of these foundations down. Alright, now I do want to point out something as well. Our prison is, like, super happy right now. Okay, they're as happy as, like, the swinging 60s. Alright, like, all of our prisoners are just really chill. They're doing well. Like, we'll have a little look at our needs in a second. I'll show you what I mean. I think, like, there may be a bit of a call to, like, redo the schedule slightly. Okay, because it does kind of seem like they're not going to get a huge amount of time to do certain things that might be necessary. Now, I have just noticed that this guy down here doesn't have very good access. You know what? I don't care. It's fine. He can just, like, you know, go through his neighbour's back garden or something like that. It doesn't have to work 100% of the time. Okay. Although I would be kind of tempted to like... Oh, can we cancel all of these first? Okay, we can. I'm kind of tempted to just bring the road down like this. You know, just to make it match up with everything else that we've done so far. And then we can just kind of... move everything along by 4. So that would go there. That one would go there. I think that's right. Whoop. Shit. This is quite hard to work out when you start kind of shuffling these things around in your head, and then suddenly you realise that actually this isn't what you thought. Where it wasn't exactly where you thought it was, or it isn't quite lined up with exactly. You see, and I forgot about this extra little bit on the end. Let's just put these in and see how they look for now. All right. Now it does look like this one has become slightly larger than it was before, so that's absolutely fine. And then this one is now slightly smaller. Oh my god, what a freaking mess. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Now I can work it out from there. Okay, like the brick foundations need to go like that. They need to go like that, and they need to go like that. Okay, that's fine. I can work with that space. Right. Now we're gonna. I'm really looking forward to decorating this L-shaped building. I've got a feeling it's going to be a massive pain in the arse. Okay. The long one's not going to be so bad, because we can just divide the building up into 3, and you can have like the living area, the kind of cleaning space, and then the bedroom, which is pretty. It's a pretty common kind of pattern. I've seen that in numerous places before. But we'll also just lay down some of this road and stuff, so that we know where everything is going. The concrete tiles won't take too long to put down as well. I like the fact that we can just drag these boxes. Okay, this makes my life much easier. I am a big fan of things that make my life easier. Alright, I don't know if that's just me. I'm sure it's not, but I think things that make my life easier are the tits. Okay? They are literally the best thing in the world. So much so, like, I spend my time, like, making things that can make my life easier. You know, like applications, things like that just do things that I need for a purpose, even if it literally saves me, like, a couple of hours, okay? Like, I obviously weigh up how long something is going to take against the amount of time it's actually going to save me, because I'd be stupid if you didn't do that. Like, you've got to value your time at the end of the day. Like, if you're going to do something, you've got to make sure that the amount of time it's going to take you makes it worthwhile doing that task, okay? And I'm not talking about, like, you know, helping your family members move house or whatever, because you've got to do that shit, all right? Family's important. Same for your friends, you know. If a friend is in need and asking you for help, just you know, try and clear up some time in your schedule to help them, because that's you can almost guarantee that if they're a good friend, they do the same for you, okay? But yeah, no, I'm talking more about, like, if you decide that you want to, I don't know, go and buy a tool to make a task you're doing slightly quicker, okay? What you've got to think about is, how long is it going to take you to get that tool? Alright, how much is it going to cost you? What's it going to cost you in petrol? How much time is it going to take you to earn that petrol? Things like that. Like, is it actually worthwhile going to get that tool? Or would you be better, you know, just doing the task with what you've got to hand and making do? It's about that kind of thing. Alright? Now let's put a door there. I want to make sure that all of these roads are getting used nicely. Okay, we've got lots of foundations which are waiting for doors now, which is absolutely fine, because we've got Doors for Days. We went to Doors for Days. It's a store in Bluewater in Essex. All they do is sell doors, which of course explains the name. There was a guy in there called Dave, and he was like, "Hi, I'm Dave. Welcome to Doors for Days." He sold me like 1,000 doors. Okay, now he assured me he hadn't stolen them from IKEA, although I am fairly sure that they were all stolen from IKEA, I'll be honest. Like, they still had those little metal tags on, you know, the ones that you get when you buy something from a store, and like it's got a security tag to say, hey, this needs to be paid for, guy. Yeah, that's the kind of situation we're talking about here. Can we just get rid of all of these, please? All of this planning here. We'll leave the planning for the interior of that space, of course. And it looks like, my god, they are working so quickly at free speed. Like, we've got all of the foundations down for our cells now. Okay, pretty soon we're gonna be able to start bringing in new prisoners to kind of fill the space that we've created. What's going on here? Guys, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just put a door on another side. I think that's gonna be the solution to this problem, isn't it? That's very weird. Like, I guess because this foundation was separate, it's decided it's a separate building, perhaps, like, which is probably why the deployment and stuff will end up being really messed up for this little space. Let's have a little look. Is it? Yeah, it's really messed up for this space. That's fine. Absolutely fine. Oh, look at this. They've installed 2 walls as well. Wonderful. That's my favourite thing in the world, having double walls in a building. Especially when, like, actually we're missing a wall where we need a wall to be. E.g. this space that's currently got a door that didn't do the job that a door is doing. Okay, so there we go. That's all our foundations down. Next time we come back, we're actually going to fill these spaces. Alright, there's a lot of spaces to fill. We're going to have to do it one by one, manually. We might get a few more buildings into this gap down here as well. Maybe a couple around this cul-de-sac. I don't think we're going to put any on this side. I think that's going to be like our dividing line for the poor section. Maybe we'll fill like this little quarter. Right, this will be like our poor housing area. But I really like it. It's starting to take shape now. We're going to be able to put like some lampposts and stuff like that down. Our daily cash flow has now gone up because of all the trees we've knocked down, of course. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. You know, come back and see where this is taking me. And I will see you in the next video.